iflowboy, wherever you are around the world. I hope you're having a safe Friday, whether it be morning or evening, and I hope you're being friendly and caring to each other. Tonight is a little bit of a special broadcast that I'm doing, and I'm just trying to go into a track to do it. Basically, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I'd been working on some liveries. And these were special liveries because they're actually liveries of real cars owned by people that I have met through the CARSTYLE crew. And after being at the Father's Day car show that CARSTYLE crew ran in conjunction with Vogue, with Bull Rush Rally, and also with Espresso 25, I got to meet Mitchell and Alan, who started and who administer CARSTYLE crew, and looked at all the photos and the videos. And I haven't posted my video yet that I did on the day, but I did a fairly comprehensive video as well. But anyway, I met a few of the owners and looked at some of the cars that I guess stood out for me because of the fact that they had some liveries on them, and I thought I might create them in the game, and so I've done that. And so what I want to do today, I was going to join a room with other cars in it, but maybe what I'll do, no, I will do that. I will join a room with other cars already in the room, and I'm going to drive each of the cars. I can't drive all 3 of them at the one time. And I hope this room is going to be okay because it looks like a free run room. But what I'm hoping is I can show you each of the cars. You'll see them driving around on the track. It looks like it's a nighttime track. That's never great. Okay, let's see if we can find another track that's not nighttime. Sorry, that's not the best of starts, is it? I'll find us a room. Okay. I was going to go to Bathurst. But I couldn't find a room there. Maybe I'll open a room. I'll create a room. That's probably a better idea. At Bathurst, because that's a track that everybody should know. Let's call it CARSTYLE Crew. And rerun. And just so we don't have any problems, I'll limit it to 2 people, and then I'll look for Mount Panorama. So these are all the tracks in the game, by the way. I normally try to give a bit of a tutorial for those people that aren't familiar with the game. I don't think I need to worry about any settings. Probably want late morning, time, speed. What I might do is I might damage on. Might turn off all the driver aids basically, and that way anybody that comes in here will be a bit challenged. I'll leave the ABS on because that's normal, and I've created it, so it'll take a little bit of time to load, but not too long hopefully, and then I'll be able to bring the cars out. So I'm just going to do them randomly. I think the Porsche, the plate sales Porsche, will be the first car that comes out, and yeah, and then we'll see how we go. Alright, my steering wheel is active I think, but let's just double check. Yes it is. And as I said, we're going to kick off with the Porsche. So here's the Porsche. Now I can do a bit of a, once I get it on the track, you see the number plate level up. And by the way, for anybody here in Australia, these guys buy and sell number plates. So if you have a particular number plate you're trying to track down, they can help you. If you have a number plate that you are thinking about selling, they can help you. So just search for plate sales, I should say, on Google. Now I can't do what I'm doing now while I'm driving because I need to steer the car. But I just wanted to do that 360 degrees so you can see the car. And I'll do a bit of driving in what I call roof pursuit mode, which is above the car. And what I can do is I can toggle between front and rear, as I'm doing now. I'll just go and do a bit of a lap with the car. Now I don't think I've put any tunes on this car. I'm running street tyres, as you can hear by the squealing. I'm certainly not going to try and go fast. A bit of understeer there. For those of you watching this that haven't played Gran Turismo, the driving dynamics are quite realistic. So if you want to go and have some cheap, worry-free fun, where you can't damage your car, you can't get a ticket, and you might even meet some people online that you become friends with, I'd certainly recommend checking out this game. The cars are very tunable. You can customize the tune, you can upgrade them. In fact, it even lets you do engine transplants in the game, which is very interesting. And hopefully you can see by the graphics that it's quite realistic. So I hit the limiter while I was trying to do a look around. Whoop, bit of understeer, sorry. Plate sales guys. And yeah, to give you an idea of the realism of the game, I'll just come down here. This is the road into Bathurst, if you've ever been to Bathurst. This is the road that you take to go back into the township of Bathurst, which is over that little hill over there in front of us. But I wanted to come over here because I can't go into this area here. It won't let me go through, as you can see. But they've even gone to the trouble of putting the National Motor Racing Museum into the track layout. So, you know, very good attention to the detail. There are kangaroos that you can view down Conrod Straight in the paddocks. Not everywhere, but you can see them. And yeah, it's quite real. So that's the Porsche. Just one last look before we jump out of it and jump into we'll jump into the Bull Rush. Whoops, wrong button. We'll jump into the Bull Rush rally car now. So here's the Bull Rush Rally Ferrari. So we'll take it out as we did before. That's not me, by the way, that's the game doing that. I get control of it once it comes on here. So again, we'll do a loop around, and then you'll get to have a good look at the car. So let me change the view. Okay, so there it is. Again, I was limited to what I was able to do with the livery editor. I had to create a lot of the decals. Thankfully for me, there was a Bull Rush Rally decal already had been created by somebody. And I had to make the back up because I didn't have a picture of the back of the car. But yeah, there it is. Alright, so we're going to go do a lap in this car as well. And the characteristics of the cars, I mean, I haven't driven this particular car, so I can't say, you know, that it's exactly the same as the real thing. Okay, obviously being mid-engine, the rear end wants to step out a little bit. Oops, sorry. I'm getting a bit of understeer, which I'm surprised at. And again, this isn't the view that I normally drive the cars in, so I don't exactly have the same perspective of where the car is, so I'll just... And I didn't pay any attention to the top speeds down the straight either, but I imagine the Ferrari would be quicker. Because I'm running road tyres, I have to brake there. I'm braking very early there too. So there you go. So that's the Ferrari. I enjoyed doing this one. I enjoyed doing the plate sales one too. Plate sales one was a bit more challenging because of the graphics. Mind you, the graphic that I've done on the side there at the front bumper is all handmade because I couldn't find a copy of that decal. It's Chemical Guys, I think it is. Yeah, Chemical Guys down there on the front. Oh, sorry, on the front bumper. Or side of the front bumper, I guess. And also you'll notice that it isn't exactly the same Ferrari, so I had to create the air duct on the side of the car. It probably doesn't look as good from that side, but from that side you can see the duct at the rear axle. So anyway, so I hope the guys, I think Dan Holden is the owner of this car, so I hope he's happy with it. And he's now got a electronic version of his car saved for history. So now we'll jump out of this car and oops, keep doing that. And we'll jump into Mitchell's Aston Martin. Now, and we'll have a good look at this one. Okay. I just realised I hadn't done the rear number plate. I'll have to fix that. But I definitely have done the front number plate. I don't know why I missed out doing the back number plate. And you can't see it there because the controls are in the way, but there it is, Q7474, which is Mitchell's number plate. Now, it may look like this was a very easy livery to do because there's no graphics on the car. However, trying to create the front of the car, so all of that air dam and everything, was a lot of work to try and replicate that look, because this car isn't a Superleggera, it's a DB9, I believe, in the game. So I've had to create the bonnet scoops. I couldn't get rid of the DB9 scoops that are already there, but I had to create those Superleggera scoops, and I might even have to put more on, I'm not sure. But I had to do all of that front air dam, make the grille bigger and black, and create that that white, I don't know what you even call it, fairing that goes down at the very front. So as close as I can get to the real thing. Sorry, it's a DB11, not a DB9. It's written right there on the plate. Alright, so what I might do for this car is show you the in-car view. So this might look kind of familiar. I can look out the side windows. So Mitchell may find this look familiar to him as the owner of this car. Not sure how many gears I got in this car, but I suspect it may only have 6. They're all quite understeery on these road tyres there. Wow, whoops. That's what I mean about good harmless fun, Mitchell. You wouldn't want to do that in your real car. These are the first laps I've ever driven of these cars too, by the way. I hadn't taken them out on track before finishing the liveries, and I certainly haven't done anything with their setup, so they're all bog standard. Little big understeer then. And because I didn't brake before I went into the chase, that's what happened. So it really is behaving like a road car. A bit of understeer there. I'll try an angry lap in my usual view. Bit of oversteer there. I'm laughing because it's certainly behaving like a tourer rather than an out-and-out sports car. I mean, Mitchell may disagree and say this is a sports car, but I think, for me, I think more of them as tourers, grand tourers, beautiful cars, don't get me wrong, and very powerful, very capable, but perhaps not really an out-and-out track car. Still couldn't arrest it. Jeez, I thought I'd broken well and truly early enough then, but I still didn't. I may have had some brake fade or brake lockup, I didn't look. Even trail brake there to try and get it round the corner. Well, not a great lap, quite a few errors. I know I could easily eat out probably another 10 seconds on that lap if I pushed, but yeah, the idea was to give you a look at the cars more than anything. So I hope that that was worth watching. You can see some damage there on the side where I hit the wall. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this right. See in the front wheel arch, at the back of the wheel arch there, you can see. Sorry, I'm get the car back on the road. I'm trying to do this with one hand on the steering wheel and one hand on the controller that controls this camera view. And it's struggling. You can see the scratches there, just behind the front wheel. Alright. I hope everybody enjoyed that. And I hope that you will all go and get the game. And if you don't already have a PlayStation 5, you'll go and get a PlayStation 5 and get the game. And if you do, you can then download these because I've shared them in the game. And I've also posted a photo of the three of them that I shared today on Facebook. But these liveries, people will probably go and grab these liveries now. And sorry if you're seeing blue screen, I'm just jumping out of that room. Let's see if anybody has downloaded the liveries yet. We'll have a look. Because I have shared them. So we'll have a quick look and see whether anybody yet has decided they want to have a copy of any of those cars to drive around themselves. Oh, so far one person. Gentleman in the US called the Jekyll. Presume he's downloaded it. There's the Porsche up there. Nobody yet by the... Oh no, yes, one person. There's one like there. That's good. Again, I uploaded these at a quiet time in the game, so I expect tonight people will see them. And have I shared Mitchell's yet? Maybe I haven't shared Mitchell's yet. Oh, that's right, I haven't, because I remembered I wanted to finish it and take the photo, so I didn't share it yet, Mitchell. So I'll share yours tonight. But I think tonight what will happen is people will go and see these cars and they will choose them. I mean, you can see, 97 people there for this particular livery I did. 27 people for that one. 15 for that BMW livery that I created. These are all my liveries, by the way. There's a racing McLaren. Here's a 650S McLaren. If there's anybody in the CARSTYLE crew with a 650S, sorry, an MP412C. My apologies. I did this livery a couple of weeks back. So if you want to go get a wrap done, here's a blueprint for a wrap that you could get done on your car if you wanted to. On that note, I went to see Gangster Wraps today to start thinking about putting a wrap on my M3. I already know what I want to do. I think I shared some pictures already in the CARSTYLE CREW Facebook page, so I won't go into that again for this broadcast. I think there was somebody in an SLS. This is a Group 4 SLS Mercedes, but this is a livery that I did for an SLS Mercedes. Very bright. Again, trying to harness the Mercedes Formula 1 team colours. So there's that. I don't know what other cars are there in the group. C63S. If there's anybody in CARSTYLE CREW with a 63S, C63S. I went a bit crazy with this livery, but I really love the front end and the bonnet, which is probably harder to see in here. But yeah, highly stylised around the rest of the car. But I really like the front end and the bonnet. You probably can't see it so well in this part of the game. If I went into my livery editor and did a preview of it, I'd be able to give you a much better view of it. But it takes a little bit of work to change from car to car. I don't know if we've got any SLR McLarens in the group, but if we do, here's an F1 style livery that I did on an SLR. So I sort of took the theme and you know, tried to create an SLR. Obviously I put a rear wing on the back of it, but it comes without the rear wing in the game, just so that you know. Lamborghinis. Okay, love Lamborghinis. Love Ferraris too, to be fair, but Huracan, this is a Group 4 Huracan, and this was a bit of a stealth kind of livery that I wanted to do. So it's also, again, quite detailed, and you can't even see a lot of the detail, but Lamborghini, you can see it there, the Lamborghini brand name in the font is as a, you know, like an under sheet of shadowed or translucent wording, and then I did this design for it. So again, I'm not sure if there's anybody in the CARSTYLE CREW with a Huracan that wants to go for a pretty radical wrap. That's just one of the wraps that I've done for the Huracans. I've done quite a few. I think there's some more up here actually. Oh, anybody with an Aventador? I think Manu has an Aventador, if I'm not mistaken. I think his is a 620, but again, I'm probably wrong and I apologise. So I did this livery for an Aventador. Again, I've added the rear wing. No, actually this one comes with this rear wing because it's the LP760 something. But yeah, that livery again, I tried to be a bit more subtle with the style of it. I like it, but hopefully if you own an Aventador you think it looks good. What others are there? Okay, 718/Boxster. This is a Haltech version. I didn't mean to do this, but now I'm on a roll. I won't be offended if people turn off and don't watch this part of the broadcast. But this is more of a race car livery, I guess. I know there's quite a few GTRs that I've seen in the group. And I've done quite a few GTR liveries. R35 GTR is one of the cars that I enjoy doing liveries for. I think they're really good to do liveries on. And I've probably got about 6 or 7 in this game. In the previous version of the game, I had close to 20 different R35s, each with their own livery. So that's just one of them. That's a similar one, but with different wheels. Audi R8s. Anybody with a... I think there are a couple of Audi R8s in the club. So again, I've tried to make these liveries more like street liveries, and I made the roof colour match the interior beige livery, which was something different. Interesting how in this light the colours look different to what they look when they're out in the sunlight. Anyway, let's move on. I know there's lots of Porsches that came to the Father's Day. This is the GT3 Bundy Rum livery that I created, which I quite like. It's been lowered. It's had the guards flat out a bit more, which you can do in the game. And again, I've done it like it's a track prepared car. And I like it. So if anybody with a red Porsche and you want some inspiration, there you go. And it's okay if you hate it. I know everybody has different tastes, and people like traditional liveries. I can't remember seeing any F-Series Jags, but maybe there was somebody in the group that has one. This is the Group 4 version of it, so it's got extra, front splitter, side skirts, rear wing, obviously. And I went with the Johnny Walker theme. Tried to create like a bit of a 3D look of the Johnny Walker theme. Alright, I'm trying not to spend too long on these to bore people. Is there anybody in the club with an F50? I don't know, and they probably be less inclined to do anything to the car because I know Ferrari have certain rules around what you can put on a Ferrari, but this is one of the liveries that I think, for me personally, is quite subtle but also quite effective. Making the roof white and then doing the Italian white and green stripe down the side, and going with the colour-coded rims, which won't be everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like the effect. Don't know if we have any 918 Spiders, so I won't bring up that. Another Bundaberg, just a standard GT3 road livery. I don't know what it is about Bundaberg. I love the Bundaberg logo. The font in particular is really striking to me. So so I created this livery. What I tried to do on the side is mirror the shape of the car with those lines. I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah. Another SLS. I'm going to show maybe 4 or 5 more. I'll find a couple of more Ferraris and Lamborghinis to show, and then I'll stop the broadcast because I'm mindful people may not be interested in looking at all these liveries. That one obviously Texaco themed. Not sure we have any Bugattis in the group, and that's a Group 4 Bugatti with Mars on it, but I won't show that. I don't know if anybody has a Veneno. I'd be very impressed if somebody in the club had a Veneno. Please send me your address. I would love to come over and have a look. This is a McLaren 650S. Again, Bundaberg. Shoot me, I'm a Bundaberg logo fan. Not really a Bundaberg drinker, to be honest, but again, did a race car sort of style livery on this McLaren. Alright, maybe one, maybe two more. Ferrari F40s. I went a bit crazy with one of them, but I'll show you the less crazy one. This is perhaps the less crazy one, which has a bit of a F1 theme to the livery. As you'll see by some of the graphics, Siva, Mission Minnow, example. Alright, haven't shown any BMWs, and of course I'm a BMW owner myself. One for Mitchell. This is an Aston Martin 177 Mitchell, which I love. I think it's the maddest looking thing. And I did this, I guess, F1 inspired livery for it. And it's also a James Bond theme as well at the same time. But I just love this colour. There it is, the 177. Oh, actually, I'll go back and show one last Huracan, and that will do. And I'm going to show you this hot yellow Huracan, which I adore. And maybe I might show you the Countach too, that I've done as a Star Wars themed car. Again, for anybody that owns a Huracan, if you want to go get yourself a very bright wrap. I've done this in a few colours actually, but to me this one's the most striking, the yellow. Alright, last one, which is this. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out of here and I'm going to go into the proper livery editor preview page. Actually, I need to change the car first to do it. So let me do that. And we can have a proper look. I know that if I start doing this, these broadcasts end up going for a long time, and I'm very mindful of people wanting it to come to an end so they can get on with their day or their night. So let's just go in and have a look at this, and then we'll end the broadcast. Thanks very much for watching, and be very, very appreciative if you could subscribe to my channel, like the channel, leave some comments. In fact, let's go to outdoor view. This is probably better. But yeah, I wanted to do a Star Wars theme because to me this car, I just think of Star Wars. It just has that look about it. And so I created this livery and called the car Rogue One. I know people may think it doesn't look anything like a vehicle that would be in Star Wars, but to me it does. It looks like it would be. Just the angles on it, the wheel arch at the rear end. There's just, a lot of styling cues that still to me look futuristic. Sorry, I probably went too fast then. Alright, well, I'm going to end the broadcast there. I hope that you have enjoyed it. To the 3 CARSTYLE crew members that own the 3 cars that I did, I hope you're happy with what I did. For anybody else in CARSTYLE crew, if you have a particular car that you'd like me to create for you in the game, if the car is in the game, I'm happy to create it. If you want me to create a specific livery for you, I'm happy to do it. Just ping me either on my channel here or via the CARSTYLE crew Facebook page, and be more than happy. I know we had a few AMG Mercedes, so maybe I should have a look at this car. Needs an oil change, I can see that. Yeah, if you do have any car that you'd like me to try and do, as I said, just ping me. Be more than happy to do it. I won't put a time frame around how quickly I'll get it done, but definitely happy to try and do one. So this is one of the favourite cars in the game that I drive a lot. In fact, it's very fast because I've modified it. It's pushing out about 1,000 horsepower, so it's very powerful. For the plate sales guys, I know you can't get that kind of number plate, but maybe one day. That's the wonderful thing about this virtual world. We can create almost anything. Yeah, so this is my Black Series GTR, I think it is. Yeah, GTR. I think the badge is there. Yeah, oh, GT Black. Okay. Yeah. So again, anybody in the group with a AMG GT, maybe this might give you some inspiration. Or maybe you look at it and you think it's ghastly. Fair enough. Alright. On that note, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for being part of CARSTYLE Crew. I really enjoyed the event so far that I've been involved in, and looking forward to future events. To Alan and Mitchell, thanks very much for being so welcoming into the group, and I'm really looking forward to the next event where I get to see everybody. So take care, be kind to one another, and I'll see you all again on Warp Drive at some point in the future. Bye for now.